Giant squid or squid, Dosidicus gigas, is a rich resource and is classified as untapped in Peru. At the national level, it is the second most important fishery after anchovies, both in terms of catch and foreign exchange earnings. Peru's squid fishing fleet is clearly artisanal, despite the fact that the country's fisheries regulations, ROP, seek to consolidate a larger-scale fleet. The main challenges of this fishery are the formalization of the artisanal fleet and the participation of Peruvian vessels within the framework of the Regional Fisheries Management Organization of the South Pacific, RFMO phosphorus monosulfide, when falls take place outside national waters. And, among the urgent tasks, updating the ROP of squid is considered one of them. Giant squid, Dosidicus gigas, are a widespread marine resource found in the eastern Pacific, Kiel et al., 2008. Along the entire Peruvian coast, this squid species is abundant from mile 10 to mile 500 of shoreline, CSIRC et al., 2018. This is a species with a high reproductive rate, Nigmatalan et al., 2001, characterized by rapid growth, Argules et al., 2001 and Goycochea et al., 2018, by reproducing only once during life and then die, Laptakovsky et al., 2019. It is estimated that it can live for 1 to 2 years, Arkhipkan et al., 2015, in addition to being over a meter in length and weighing 50 kilograms, Nigmatalan et al., 2001. At the national level, the squid fishery is the second most important industry in the country after anchovies, both in terms of volume and foreign exchange earnings, as the majority of the catch is destined for the export market. From 2010 to 2019, landings averaged nearly 430,000 tons, t, annually, reaching a maximum of 556,000 in 2014, produce 2020. Likewise, for many years, Peru has produced more than 50% of the world's output of this resource. However, in recent seasons, this rate has been decreasing, FAO, 2020. Squid fishing is the second most important industry in the country after anchovies, both in terms of volume and foreign exchange earnings. The majority of caught squid is processed into various frozen products and then exported. However, it is also an important resource for food security and domestic market consumption, produce 2020b. During 2015 to 2019, an average of $502 million was exported, and in 2019 a historical maximum was reached of $845 million, Infopes, 2020 and Promperu, 2020. The following table, in addition to showing exports in FOB value, millions of dollars, also shows the number of tons exported during the above period. The first records of official squid fishing in Peru date back to 1964, carried out by fishing vessels, Benitez, 1986. However, it was only in early 1990, after the Peruvian Sea Institute, IMAR, conducted expeditions, that commercial fishing began, Rubio and Salazar, 1992. This is growing rapidly with increasing catches by foreign industrial fleets operating under fishing licenses and rapidly expanding local artisanal fisheries replacing industrial fleets, CSIRC et al. Event, 2018. According to Guevara Carrasco et al., 2018, the fisheries industry has gone through 4 stages at the regulatory level and they are as follows. Demand increased and new fishing areas were sought. The Peruvian Sea attracts foreign fleets, especially from Japan and Korea. From the late 1970s to the 1990s, preliminary exploration, prospecting and exploratory fishing activities developed. In this way, the opening of the resource export market has begun. With limited knowledge of the resource but a pragmatic and cautious approach, giant squid fishing has grown. During this period, access mechanisms were established, with various regulatory measures aimed at regulating the level of effort of foreign fleets that took advantage of the resource. This phase is characterized by a number of access mechanisms: direct transfers, licenses, concessions, public tenders, including payment for fishing rights. Towards the end of the 1990 to 1998 period, environmental conditions were not very favorable due to the El Niño phenomenon, causing squid supply to decrease. While the craft fleet continues to grow, the activity of the foreign fleet has declined in waters under Peruvian jurisdiction. In 2011, it was approved through Supreme Decree 014-2011 Production, Fisheries Management Regulations, ROP, for squid, in force to this day. This ROP sets the goal of consolidating a larger national fleet. However, although it established certain conditions under which larger-scale Peruvian and foreign fleets could fish for squid, in practice the ROP in question closed access to all fleets, except the Peruvian craft fleet, Paredes and de la Puente, 2014. The larger Peruvian fleet could only be granted access if an assessment of the fishery, including biological and socio-economic aspects, concluded that consolidating the industrial fleet would not have a negative impact against artisanal fishing and the current fishing system. To date, none of these studies have been conducted. Produce 2020C. For foreign vessels, the above conditions must be met and, furthermore, access can only be granted when there are surplus resources that are not yet captured by the national fleet, IBID. Research into giant squid continues with scientific excursions conducted more and more frequently. In recent years, annual catch quotas have been authorized by the ROP. Regarding quotas, there are the following details. In the Fisheries Management Plan, HOP, for squid in 1998 and the ROP for squid in 2001, there was no obligation that quotas approved by the Ministry of Fisheries be published by resolution of the Ministry. Likewise, it is not specifically stated that it must be established annually but rather seasonally. As of 2011, with the current ROP of the squid, the obligation is that if quotas are announced, they must be announced annually and according to a resolution of the Ministry. Fishing quotas for 1998, 1999 and 2000, during the period in which the 1998 POP was in force, were established by fishing seasons lasting several months. While ROP 2001 was in effect, quotas for 2002, 2003, 2010 and 2011 were clearly established by resolution of the Minister. In contrast, the quotas for 2001 and 2004 to 2009 were obtained from the IMARP reports, which support the rules regulating temporary fishing regimes in those years and appear later. While the current ROP is in effect, quotas have only been established in 2012 and since 2018. Regarding this issue, for detailed reference to the situation of squid exploitation and landing in the above years, access the link. Fishing quota 1998 to 2020 and landing volume of the national fleet 1998 to 2018. Both the foreign industrial fleet and the domestic craft fleet operate on a jig pattern. For industrial ships, it is applied mechanized system. In craft fleets, it is used manually. Lucio et al., 2013. In giant squid fishing activities, which mainly take place at night, lights are used to create favorable stimuli, positive phototropism, and attract animals to the surface. Clet Trawlson, 1981. Fishing gear is extremely selective, catching almost only specimens. Maratigui, 2009.
Se llama Eri y tiene 23 años. Eri, ¿cuánto tiempo tienes que te dedicas a la pota?
2 salidas recién.
2 salidas recién. ¿Cómo te llamas, jefe? Se llama Robert Jacob. Él se dedica a la cocina. ¿Qué vamos a comer hoy, Jacob?
On the other hand, this species is also caught as bait by mahi-mahi fishing fleets. Amaros et al., 2017. In Peruvian waters, giant squid are considered an untapped resource, IMAR, 2019, and in many cases, the national fleet has failed to meet annual global fishing quotas, Guevara Carrasco et al., 2018. Likewise, squid is classified as an opportunity resource, according to Produce, 2011, despite the fact that squid fishing has occurred steadily over the past 30 years. During this period, more than 7,800,000 tons were landed and generated exports of more than $4 billion, Infobes, 2020. On the other hand, assessments based on biomass estimates from acoustic excursions combined with surplus production modeling the suitability of these and other stock Giant squids, Architeuthis ducks, are mysterious and awe-inspiring creatures that inhabit the deep ocean. Their massive size, elusive nature, and unique adaptations make them a subject of fascination for scientists and seafood enthusiasts alike. In this article, we'll explore how giant squids are caught, processed, and transformed into various products. Fishing vessels, specialized vessels equipped with modern technology venture into deep-sea waters where giant squids dwell. These vessels use sonar and other tracking systems to locate squid schools. Fishing techniques. Fishermen use various methods to catch giant squid, including jigging, trawling, and longlining. Jigging involves deploying baited hooks or lures to attract squids, while trawling uses large nets dragged behind the vessel. Hauling aboard. Once caught, the squids are hauled aboard the vessel. Their large size and powerful tentacles make this process challenging. Cleaning and gutting. The first step is to remove the ink sac, beak, and other internal organs. The mantle, main body, is then opened, revealing the feather-like structure inside. Feather removal. The feather, pen, is carefully removed. It contains a stiff, chitinous material that provides buoyancy to the squid. Tentacle preparation. The tentacles are separated from the mantle. They can be further processed according to client specifications. Some common cuts include the ballerina cut, which opens and segments the tentacles. The suction cups on the tentacles are removed using scissors. This step ensures that the final product is free from skin remnants and other debris. Washing and inspection. The clean squid undergoes thorough washing to remove any remaining impurities. Quality control checks ensure that only top-grade squids proceed to the next stage. Freezing. Giant squids are typically frozen to preserve their freshness. Rapid freezing techniques prevent ice crystals from damaging the delicate flesh. Product diversification. The processed squid can be transformed into various products, including rings, fillets, and whole squid. These are then packaged for distribution. Giant squids have the largest eyes of any known animal, measuring up to 10 inches (25 centimeters) in diameter. They propel themselves through the water using jet propulsion, expelling water through their funnel. The largest recorded giant squid was about 43 feet (13 meters) long, including its tentacles. The giant squid processing industry combines science, technology, and culinary expertise to bring these enigmatic creatures from the depths of the ocean to our plates. Next time you enjoy calamari, remember the remarkable journey it took from the abyss to your table. Squid are cephalopods that live in open water. They have long, soft bodies with large eyes and tentacles. In addition to possessing camouflage, a squid can eject a burst of ink from its ink sac, or ink sac, to ward off predators. Another name for squid is calamari, which translates to squid in Italian. Grilling and frying are popular methods for cooking squid, which chefs often serve with a sauce for dipping. Cleaning a squid refers to separating the edible parts from the inedible parts in addition to washing the creature. Grocery stores and markets usually offer to clean and cut squid, making it a rare skill for home cooks to need to apply. However, it can be useful knowledge if you frequent markets where whole, uncleaned squid are plentiful and more budget-friendly. Here are the steps for cleaning a squid. 1. Start with whole squid. Cleaned and prepared squid is often expensive at grocery stores. Buy whole squid, either fresh or frozen. Let frozen squid thaw completely before cleaning it. 2. Remove the head and innards. Don a pair of gloves or start with clean hands. To remove the squid head and innards, hold the tail in one hand and the head in the other. Pull the two apart with a slight twisting motion. Use a paper towel to help hold the squid if your hand slipped. The innards will come out right along with the head. 3. Remove the ink sac. If you have no use for the squid ink, discard the innards along with the head. If you wish to remove the ink sac before discarding the innards, look for a small black vein. Before you handle the ink sac, it can be a good idea to put on gloves and an apron and to cover porous surfaces since squid ink stains. Remove the squid ink vein with a small sharp knife. Puncture the sac and let it drain into a small bowl with a small amount of water. Some ink also lies behind the eyes of the squid, so harvest that as well if you wish. Now you can discard the innards. 4. Cut off the tentacles. On a cutting board with a sharp knife, remove the tentacles.